best Epicurus quotes that are to be remembered. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. It is folly for a man to pray to the gods for that which he has the power to obtain by himself. The most important consequence of self-sufficiency is freedom. Of all the means which are procured by wisdom to ensure happiness throughout the whole of life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. I never desired to please the rabble. What pleased them I did not learn, and what I knew was far removed from their understanding. If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all humankind would quickly perish, since they constantly pray for many evils to befall one another. We must, therefore, pursue the things that make for happiness, seeing that when happiness is present, we have everything, but when it is absent, we do everything to possess it. Not what we have, but what we enjoy, constitutes our abundance. Of all the things which wisdom acquires to produce the blessedness of the complete life, for the greatest is the possession of friendship. The wise man who has become accustomed to necessities knows better how to share with others than how to take from them. So great a treasure of self-sufficiency has he found. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Death, therefore, the most awful of evils, is nothing to us, seeing that, when we are, death is not come, and, when death is come, we are not. Of all the means to ensure happiness throughout the whole life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. Empty is the argument of the philosopher which does not relieve any human suffering. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears. Its course lies wholly toward the future. To eat and drink without a friend is to devour like the lion and the wolf. The opinions held by most people about the gods are not true conceptions of them, but fallacious notions, according to which awful penalties are meted out to the evil, and the greatest of blessings to the good. With the Epicureans it was never science for the sake of science, but always science for the sake of human happiness. He who has peace of mind disturbs neither himself nor another. You don't develop courage by being happy in your relationships every day. You develop it by surviving difficult times and challenging adversity. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here, and when it does come, we no longer exist. Let no one delay the study of philosophy while young, nor weary of it when old. If a person fights the clear evidence of his senses, he will never be able to share in genuine tranquility. The man who says that all events are necessitated has no ground for criticizing the man who says that not all events are necessitated, for according to him this is itself a necessitated event. Therefore, foolish is the man who says that he fears death, not because it will cause pain when it arrives, but because anticipation of it is painful. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. It is not the pretended but the real pursuit of philosophy that is needed, for we do not need the appearance of good health, but to enjoy it in truth. I have never wished to cater to the crowd, for what I know they do not approve, and what they approve I do not know. We must laugh and philosophize and manage our households and look after our other affairs all at the same time, and never stop proclaiming the words of the true philosophy. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. If you wish to make Pythocles rich, do not add to his store of money, but subtract from his desires. Death is nothing to us, since when we are, death has not come, and when death has come, we are not. How unhappy are the lives of men, how purblind their hearts. He who least needs tomorrow will most gladly greet tomorrow. The noble man is chiefly concerned with wisdom and friendship. Of these, the former is a mortal good, the latter an immortal one. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. He who says either that the time for philosophy has not yet come, or that it has passed, is like someone who says that the time for happiness has not yet come, or that it has passed. Don't fear the gods, don't worry about death, What is good is easy to get, and what is terrible is easy to endure. Nothing is sufficient for the person who finds sufficiency too little. The time when you should most of all withdraw into yourself is when you are forced to be in a crowd. All friendship is desirable in itself, though it starts from the need of help. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. We need to set our affections on one good man and keep him constantly before our eyes, so that we may live as if he were watching us and do everything as if he saw what we were doing. Be moderate in order to taste the joys of life in abundance. The purpose of all knowledge, metaphysical as well as scientific, is to achieve what Epicurus called ataraxia, freedom from irrational fears and anxieties of all sorts. In brief, peace of mind. If a little is not enough for you, nothing is. If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all men would quickly have perished, for they are forever praying for evil against one another. We should look for someone to eat and drink with before looking for something to eat and drink. Death is nothing to us, because a body that has been dispersed into elements experiences no sensations, and the absence of sensation is nothing to us. Misfortune seldom intrudes upon the wise man. His greatest and highest interests are directed by reason throughout the course of life. When you die, your mind will be gone even faster than your body. Vain is the word of that philosopher which does not heal any suffering of man. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.